Guys, I just saw the movie Mahaveeryar. I don't know what to say. I absolutely disliked this movie. It. I don't even know how to explain this movie. If you ask me a one-liner for this, I can't give a one-liner because uh, even the makers, like the story, as they're going through the story, they're not even making it clear what is going on. So in the most simplest form of explanation, I would say that Nivin Pauly's character plays a Sami, a monk or Sami, you want to call him, and he appears at a temple one day. People say him. People initially they're very respectful of him, but then in the temple, the idol over there inside the temple goes missing. They find the idol near to him. Okay, and they all assume that this guy is a thief. The police comes, he's arrested, and then the case goes to court. And in the court again, they're following the law and procedure. Surprisingly, Nivin Pauly again decides to be his own lawyer, and he's trying to argue the case also, and he knows all the law points and everything. So the first half is like the 1 hour of the movie. Immediately, like the movie started at 10:45 something, 11:45 interval. I'm like, okay, so that was the first half, and I thought, okay, it's a little weird, but kind of interesting. Okay, and I thought, okay, it's a little weird, but okay, fine. And it was kind of like a comedy also. There was scenes when there are some scenes where you're like laughing out and all that is fun. So the second half comes along, and suddenly, so in the beginning of this movie, there's like a 5-minute scene where they're showing a story that takes place in the early 18th century. I think the year is 1763 or something. So earlier I heard rumors that this was some time travel movie, and also I like, oh, maybe somehow, some way they're going to connect that with the story that's happening in the 21st century. That the year they're saying is this case now is taking place in 2nd January 2020. So okay, so this is the 21st century. This is another story taking place in the 18th century where Asif Ali and Lal and all are there. So I'm thought, okay, some kind of time travel, something is going on, I'm waiting for it. So second half, they begin the story. Suddenly, so the case was about, in the first half, Nivin Pauly is accused of stealing a idol from a temple, and he's arguing the case, and he has some good points. It's all very interesting. Suddenly, second half, these characters from the 18th century are there in the court, and everyone in the court, they're not reacting to it. I mean, in the sense, they're not thinking, oh, these people are from the 17th century. I mean, 18th century. They just, okay, now suddenly the Nivin Pauly's case is not there. Suddenly the case is about the king and one of the, one of his people over there. One girl has actually filed a case against the king, accusing him of, sexually assaulting her, etc. So suddenly that case is going on. Like, why? How? It's like in one of those old movies where Salim is like reacts, that's the situation over here. Who is Nivin Pauly? Suddenly you're asking, who's Nivin Pauly? What is he doing? In fact, Nivin Pauly becomes a background character. Suddenly he has no importance in the story, and suddenly the case in the court that is happening in the 21st century is about these events that happened in the 18th century, where the king and the one of his people, one girl, her father, they're having a case. Suddenly we are supposed to care about this. Suddenly this is very important. I'm like, what happened in Nivin Pauly's case? Did he take the idol? What's going on over there? Then suddenly this case is going on. Okay, you're watching this. Second half started. About 5-10 minutes later, I was really considering leaving the theater. I'm like, why am I watching this? What is this? What is going on? Is this some heightened reality? I mean, there has to be some sense, right? What is going on over there? Give me, if time travel happened, how did it happen? Okay, leave it. Did time travel happen? Is this real? Is this imaginary? No information. Like Silent Umar. No, we have no idea what's going on. If the makers of the movie was trying something new, in that case, in Bhishma Parvam, in the second half, Mammootty has a fight scene in the parking lot. So like 10-12 people, they come at him with knives, and he's stabbing. They're stabbing him. He's hurt. Suddenly, we can bring Mindal Murli over there. Mindal Murli can beat up all the bad guys. Problem solved. And we can say, this is something new and original, some different idea. We can do that, right? I don't know. I don't know what's going on. Suddenly this change, and suddenly this case is going on. Also, if you're going with family, especially with young kids, there is a scene involving a woman. She goes topless. It's a topless scene. She's covering herself, but it's a topless scene. And they're also, the whole story or that scene is all about making this woman cry. So they're all attempting to do that in court. Again, I'm asking the question, is this imaginary or is this something else? Is this heightened? Nothing is clear. Now, I understand the concept of an esoteric movie, wherein you see something, you interpret it as per your own understanding, you can draw your conclusions. I get that. But even then, you have to establish some basic idea, as in, is this real or is this imaginary? Is this story going on? Why is it that characters from the 18th century are contesting a case in the 21st century, that too in a court of law? No idea. No answers, no understanding, nothing. They don't give you any clue on what is going on. Suddenly it's this case involving the king and his girl, and this is going on. And like I said, there is this again, you have TV series and Hollywood movies now with nudity and all, everything. So it's not that the nudity is the issue. The issue is how it's shot. It's done very distastefully, very uncomfortable. I could see that there was some family audience in the crowd, and even not just family. There were young and older men, all that. Everyone was watching. Everyone felt uncomfortable. The way it was shot and presented, and how it supposedly was important to the story. So yeah, whatever, I guess. So, but it was done very distastefully, very poorly. It didn't make sense to me. I like 3 or 4 times I thought about just leaving, just walking out. But there is something so strange going on. At least you're hoping that maybe in the concluding moments they will give you a clue, something. Nothing. Suddenly at the end of the case, I wouldn't say there's a resolution of shots, but okay, some kind of resolution is there, and suddenly this character from the 18th century, he's back in the 18th century. How? Did he have a device of time travel? Or Nivin Pauly, in between that, we see him, closing his eyes. And so is he powerful? Does he have powers? Is that the case? Again, no idea. They keep showing, every time he's praying, suddenly, there's a change in scenery, there's light flashing. There's a difference in sound, so maybe he has powers. But again, who is Nivin Pauly? No idea. Okay, I don't want to give spoilers, obviously. I'm just telling you, they don't give you any answers. There is no clarity on what is going on. In the 1980s, there was a Malayalam movie, Mahaveeryar. I don't know how many of you have seen that. In that, at least you're familiar with the comedy. In that scene, Mukesh is told to draw something, and he draws something, and he says, "This is modern art." I feel like Abrid and Nivin Pauly, that's what they've done. They've done something. They've done something and said, "Yeah, this is a new kind of movie." I don't know. I was irritated. That's the worst part of it. I mean, it's one thing, to not like a movie, but I was just irritated. Like, especially when it came to the second half and how this movie ended. I don't know if you are going to watch this movie. I don't know if you like this movie. If you did, good that you enjoyed it. At least you went to the movie theater, maybe you enjoyed it. I don't know. But I absolutely dislike this movie. In fact, I'll never watch it again. I will never recommend it to anyone. If it comes on OTT, I'll never watch it. Alright, coming to my final rating, I'm going to give this 0 out of 5. At best, I can describe this as an experimental comedy / drama. It is more esoteric than entertaining. I absolutely dislike this movie. I will never recommend it. And yeah, that's it, guys. Please share your thoughts in the comments below. I would love to read them. I want to know if I'm wrong or something I missed about this movie, because seriously, even now I don't get it. It's not about, again, if you want to do something strange and different or unique, go ahead, but you have to establish what this movie is about. So I don't know, I didn't get it. If you like this or if you found this entertaining, please share in the comments below. I would love to read why. That's it for my rating. That's it for my review. If you like this video, hit the thumbs up icon, and of course subscribe to my channel for more reviews and videos like this. Thank you for watching. Have a great day. Bye.